My name is Chad Gilbert. I serve as the senior pastor at First Baptist New Orleans. I want to share with you today about the aspect of the seminary's mission statement of fulfilling that is Jesus' mission. His mission is for us as his people to make disciples of all nations. And I love the partnership that I've enjoyed through the years, both when I was a student, but then also as a pastor. When I pastored Edgewater Baptist Church here in town for 10 years, and now at First Baptist New Orleans these last 2 years, of seeing how students come here and they prepare, but they are engaged right here in New Orleans in the mission of Christ of making disciples of all nations. Now, I know you might think for just a second, well, New Orleans is unique. It's not like my city. But what we share in common is we both have people in our cities, wherever we live, in our towns, wherever, that are lost, that need the gospel of Jesus Christ. And so Jesus said, pray for workers to go into the harvest fields. And so I know you're praying the same thing. And I want you to know why it's important to prepare here for that work, to be able to lead others in engaging in the mission of Christ. The best way I think I can capture it is with a story with one of the students that's doing our pastor and training program at First Baptist New Orleans. His name is Sparky, and Sparky and I had the chance to go out on one of our local community college campuses called Delgado Community College. You may have a community college in your area. Those are often incredible areas where you can go and do evangelism. So we went on the campus, we were prayer walking around, and we engaged with a lady that was walking by, a young lady, an African-American lady that was a student there, who said that as we began to engage, she said, you know what, just today, I was on the bus headed to my community college, and I was thinking, I need to go to church. And then she began to share about her background of being in witchcraft, of being in all kind of really dark stuff. But she said that some events in her life had opened her up to the gospel. And so one of the tools that you learn here at the seminary is how to share the gospel. One of those is called the 3 circles. It's just a simple way of presenting the gospel. And so Sparky and I, right there in that moment, had the chance to share the gospel with this young lady. And I wish I could tell you that right there she prayed to receive Christ, but she didn't. But we were faithful with the gospel, and that's what we've been called to do, is to go and share the gospel, go and make disciples of all nations. So we stayed in touch with her, we invited her to church, and so we're still in this moment of hoping to see this young woman come to Christ. But I want you to see how Sparky's classes here at the seminary, we're positioning him to be with a local church, and that local churches here are taking seriously the need to give practical training to our students. And so at First Baptist New Orleans and other churches like Lakeshore, Emmanuel, we've created residency programs where students can come in and train in pastoral ministry. And the way we do that as pastors is we take our students out into the city to do evangelism. We spend time in God's Word. We talk about the mission of the church of making disciples of all nations, because our hope collectively as churches here in the New Orleans Baptist Association is that we will be helping prepare pastors to go all over, not only the United States, but all over the world, to be able to make disciples and to do so effectively with great focus on the mission and fulfilling the mission of Christ of making disciples of all nations. So consider New Orleans. Consider this as a place where you can truly prepare to go anywhere in the mission of Christ.